It's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for Brooklyn, we've got Irving. Jordan is out there with Luwawu. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question. I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
He'll be the Nets off the tip. Now Irving. Harden outside. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Doncic outside. From deep. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line. Shooting 2.
First one falls for. And so he makes both from the line.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General Manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
And it's good. 2 points.
Boy, such a soft release on this difficult shot. Doncic is a master at knowing how and when to use that shot.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Let's keep it alive. Porzingis with the block.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
Doncic finds Brunson. 11 feet away. That shot off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's the lob to the hoop.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
Last game for the Mavericks, it was a loss to the Nuggets. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Now here's Brunson, guarded by Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Porzingis, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on James Harden.
Boy, you look at how tall Porzingis is. He's 7'3", and you add in his skill level. That's a unique combination. No wonder they call him the unicorn. He is unique.
And the first one at the line is good. And Clark, the advantage of height, well known in basketball, but some have wondered if Porzingis is almost too tall.
Well, you know, there's a concern because he's had a significant injury early in his career, and his frame is really long, which makes you a little more susceptible to injuries. But I think KP has worked diligently to add strength and improve his body. Only time will tell if he's able to stand up to a long, productive NBA career.
Now, here is Irving. That one goes. Count it.
You always got to track hard, and an elusive player who knows how to get it done inside.
Doncic against Harden, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And when you see that step back three, Clark, for Doncic, shades of James Harden, the way he gets that shot off.
And you know what they say, Luka's deceleration, hitting the brakes and stopping suddenly, is top-notch, just like James Harden's. So that's quite a compliment. A lot of that is footwork and balance, but I think his quickness too, guys, has been a little bit underrated. This guy is a little better athlete than he gets credit for.
That free throw good from Doncic.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Second free throw, no good. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Now here's Brunson. Harden missing his last shot. Doncic outside. Back to Brunson. Shoot from the right block. Rejected by Harris. And he's able to get it back. Kleba, no good.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Luwawu and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
And you know, guys, we've seen it, but in this league, 1 star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on.
And so he hits both.
You know, for a team like the Nets, building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, right side, Jordan. Shot clock at 5. The Nets need to get a shot off here.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man, boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Look, you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development, the investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
So it's the Mavericks now. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Here's Brunson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Harris, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. Great showing for him last season. 11th in assists, 13th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish, always had his head up, looking for the open man. Now here is Harris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Back to Harden. From deep. Again, the miss by Harden.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Brooklyn with the ball, following the score by Dallas. From deep three-point range, Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
On the wing, Harris. No points in the game yet for him. And here is Doncic. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
Outside Irving. Here's Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Harden's got 7.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. Back to Brunson. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. The Nets with the lead. Outside Irving. From deep, Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here is Harris. Here's Jordan. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Rebounded by the Nets.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Here's Brunson. Porzingis trying to get free. Brunson, no good. Brooklyn's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Harden against Doncic. Here's Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Nets lead by 4.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Passes it to Doncic. Here's Kleba, covered by Irving. 4 on the shot clock. Brunson the pass to Finney-Smith. No good on that one. Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's Harris, and he converts the layup.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Finney-Smith after the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Doncic. Buries the easy one. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
Well, I think this is exactly what the coaching staff wants from Doncic, guys. I mean, being aggressive and committed to scoring the ball, looking for his shot.
Harden, no good. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 4-point game.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, you know, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great, great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
And the basket by Harden.
And, you know, sometimes you feel like every single jumper Harden takes is going in, especially from that in-between area.
Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Harris. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Irving surveying the floor. Jordan kicks to Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Misses the 3. Nets leading by 4. Irving passes to Luau. Can't cash in from close range. 1:25 left here in the first quarter. Doncic. Here's Brunson. And it's sent back by Irving.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Mavericks trail by 4. And it's Doncic, top of the key. Second chance shot. And Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Brooklyn.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Brunson, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Over to the wing. Here's Porzingis. Dallas, no good that time either. Nobody near Irving. They grabbed their own miss. Jordan. Doncic with the steal. James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We've got more in store for you right after this. At one time a poor free throw shooter, DeAndre Jordan has really improved this part of his game, and he was asked back when he was struggling if he had ever considered shooting them underhand like some have in the past.
I haven't. I've never tried it. I've never secretly tried it in practice or anything like that. I think I'm going to try to shoot it regular for a while, and if that's my last resort, then so be it.
You know, he's made some progress with his method, though.
Yeah, him, Drummond, Capella, a lot of the guys who were getting the hack-a-shack treatment have made great strides.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. Powell is out there with Cauley Stein, and it's Richardson in at the point guard position. Now here's Dinwiddie. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Look, as you're watching a game unfold, what characteristics do you look for in a great closer?
Obviously confidence, a real eagerness to make difference-making plays late, and somebody who can create his own shot if a play breaks down. I mean, that's essential.
Shooting two.
And the first one drops.
You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full.
Both shots good from the stripe. You know, Clark, the Mavericks making their games accessible to Dallas fans, much more concerned with the packed house and the revenue at the gate.
Yeah, and I like that philosophy, guys. I mean, building their future fan base. Those fans will be around for a while. Giving young people a chance to become Mavericks fans for life. And you start early, and it pays dividends down the road usually.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Nets. Pass to Claxton. The dish now to Irving. 6 to shoot. Here's Jordan, and the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively. And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now, here is Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. Now the pass to Claxton. Shoots. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Harris. Irving's got the lead up to 11 now for Brooklyn.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. So it's the Mavericks now, following the bucket by the Nets. Hardaway up top, guarded by Harris. Richardson against Irving. Richardson, no luck. Nets leading by 13. Here's Dinwiddie. Offensive rebound. Claxton. And stolen by Richardson. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Hardaway. Finished off the break. Hardaway has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, excellent situational awareness from Hardaway Jr. that time. I mean, he seems to know exactly where to get when the break is on.
Now, here is Irving. He has 6. Outside Jordan, back to Irving. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And it's 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
That one drops for him. Richardson's got his first 2 points of the night.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. 23 points for him the last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense.
By 12. Here's Irving. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Powell kicks to Richardson. Passes it to Doncic. Richardson outside. Launches it. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 16th rebound on the night.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Now, here is Irving. Dinwiddie outside. Tries again, and Jordan with the layup. Jordan's got his third basket of the night.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The Mavericks shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the technical free throw is good. Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight?
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
Here's Irving, 11 points in the game. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 14 points for the game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Mark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you.
And so far, the story on Luka Doncic. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, put up about 21 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Now here's Powell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Dinwiddie against Doncic. Doncic with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson's running. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Doncic using quick, active hands. The fast break started beautifully because of it.
Nets leading by 12. Irving with it. 14 points for him. Charity stripe shot. Powell pulls it in. Dinwiddie against Doncic. That shot is off. Dinwiddie with some nice D. To the inside. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got his first points of the night.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Now here's Hardaway. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Pass to Irving. Good work defensively by Richardson. Mavericks trail by 12. Here's Doncic. And the layup's good off the glass. Doncic has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's Hardaway with the jam.
That's just too easy. You got to offer more resistance. I mean, Hardaway Jr., very dangerous once he gets this type of position.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Kicks to Irving. Launches a 3. That one misses. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Banked in off the glass. Irving's got 16 points.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Pass to Stein. Hardaway against Harris. The pass to Doncic. And yes, it's good. 18 points for him.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
Brooklyn making some changes. Garrett Temple has checked in for Harris. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. Zinkis, he's checked in for Dallas. And stolen by Richardson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Grady's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
And he knocks down the first one. Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
Harden, no good.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Doncic. That three off the mark.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Here's Sampson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Back to Harden. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. And it's blocked. Here's Luwawu. Last game he had 13, and he gets it to go.
Over the last few years, I think Harden has fine-tuned his playmaking skills. A threat for double-digit assists every night.
Outside, Porzingis. 59 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Richardson. Rebounded by Temple.
The scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
And Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Doncic, and the layup falls. Doncic has got 20.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Passes to Claxton. Back to Harden. Pulls it up. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Harden against Doncic. Left side, Porzingis. From deep. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and I'm just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. Shaquille. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have a solid 8-point lead. And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Spectacular half for Kyrie. Time after time. Makes a difficult play look easy. A lot of fun to watch, unless you're the one who has to guard him.
And over to Kenny. Let's get your insights on Dallas.
Well, the differential in rebounding was huge. And it goes back to the fundamentals, blocking out and just maintaining position. Instead, they went to the lazy man's route, flying in the air, trying to steal rebounds. Well, that didn't work. No one is going to give you an easy rebound. They need to show some fight.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Trailing here by 8. Luwawu is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Brunson offline with his 3. The Nets shooting around 40% from the floor here. Harden, that's good. Harden's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Brooklyn.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Doncic. Doncic has got 22 points. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Saturday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Doncic, no good. Brooklyn leading by 8.
You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era, hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. Great game for him, double-double now. 10 points and 18 rebounds. And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP, 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011.
The Mavericks have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
One shot.
That free throw good from Doncic.
You know, early on, Doncic has proven to be a leader. I mean, this guy is somebody that can shoulder the offense and take and make big shots for his team.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Now, here is Irving, following the miss by Porzingis. Offensive rebound. Now, here's Brunson. He's guarded closely and stolen by Jordan. Finished off the break. 17 points for James Harden.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Over Harden. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Doncic. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here's Irving, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Dallas gets called for the foul. The Nets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First free throw is good.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Good on both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Mavericks trail by 9. Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Finney-Smith, and Irving comes to help. Dallas moving the ball around. Scooped up. Porzingis.
Porzingis doing a nice job using that length to clean up the glass nicely.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Irving. Here's the teardrop. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 6th assist on the night. The Mavericks have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Outside, Porzingis. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 7. Good work from Doncic. Doncic has got 31.
You know, for Porzingis, the business of the family is basketball. His parents played at a very high level. His older brother played professionally for over a decade, and the first word that Porzingis said was ball, and he's had one in his hands pretty much from the start.
And Luwawu gets it to go. Mavericks trail by 9. Brunson the pass to Finney-Smith. Kleba kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Brunson. Looking to get back on track here. Back to Porzingis. And another basket for Dallas. And Clark, Porzingis' older brother. He used to make him highlight reels of NBA stars.
Yeah, you know, the NBA was his goal all along, but he showed patience, and the Orlando Magic actually promised to take him 10th back in 2014. He stayed in Spain one more year to develop, and good for him.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Brunson kicks to Kleba. And the pass to Porzingis. Passes it to Brunson. Harden against Doncic. Shot clock at 3. And stolen by Jordan. Harden draws the double. Harris outside. Shot from the wing. Jordan. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 12.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Brunson. He gets that one. Brooklyn leading by 9. Now Irving. 22 points for him. Pass to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Here's Luwawu. They get it again. And that one is off. Mavericks trail by 9. Ball's knocked loose. And here is Irving. Harris outside. No good from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Kleba over Irving. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Harris outside. Down low. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Hey, you know, Kevin, there's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Porzingis. Fader on the way, and they pick up 2. Porzingis has got 8 points.
Boy, the coaching staff loves seeing this. I mean, Porzingis being active and effective from this area here.
Outside Irving. Jordan inside. Porzingis with the block. Here's Brunson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And now it's only a 5-point Nets lead.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there. You know, after connecting on one three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
The tray, good on the triple. Doncic has got 34 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Boy, you look at Maximilian Kleber, the German native. I mean, this guy is a very capable shooter, but it's his defense that keeps him on the court. He's 6'11", but has quick feet, which allows him to defend multiple positions.
Temple has checked in for the Nets. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Kyrie Irving. And Dallas with a change here, too. Josh Richardson's checked in for Doncic. And the Nets with possession here. At one point, they led by 16. Now, here's Dinwiddie. Brunson covering. Dinwiddie kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Basket counts.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him. Dinwiddie with some nice D.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now here's Brunson. Dinwiddie covering. Kept alive.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Temple dishes to Dinwiddie. 1:49 left in the third quarter. Luwawu, the pass to Jordan. Porzingis with the block. There's the pass to Finney-Smith. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Finney-Smith's got 6 points.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Harden's shot is good.
I really appreciate how Harden handles contact, staying in control of his body, and tremendous balance.
Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Looking at some numbers for DeAndre Jordan. Coming off a terrific season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
Now here's Jordan. He's got 14. He dishes it to Harden. A floater. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Nets lead by 6.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Brunson, good. Brunson's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Dinwiddie, left side. Pass to Luwawu. They get the rebound. Jordan kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Second chance effort. Jordan dishes to Harden. Goes up again. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Nets. They lead by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Josh Richardson, and it's Hardaway in at the small forward position. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. To the inside. Jordan. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Now Brunson. After Spencer Dinwiddie missing on that last three-pointer. Here's Harden on the wing. Richardson cover. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Brunson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, the number 33 pick in the 2018 draft, Jalen Brunson, off to a pretty good start.
Well, I tell you what, this guy is so solid. He was the Naismith Player of the Year and a 2-time champion at Villanova. No surprise to see him handling his business in the pros because he's all business.
And he makes the first. That one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Temple. Guarded by Hardaway. Jordan the pass to Harden. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Sampson. Dishes it to Harden. Lock at 6. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's on Porzingis.
I don't think there's anybody better than Harden at converting through contact. Superb in that area because he's crafty, he's strong, and he's skilled.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Brooklyn?
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Free throw good. James Harden.
You know, no matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect his love for the game. I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball, and that passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Tipped away. And so here is Dallas. Runs in the pass to Richardson. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
And Clark, last year Harden was quoted in saying most players don't really love basketball.
Well, I don't know about most. That seems a bit extreme. Maybe he feels that they don't love it as much as he does, which certainly you could understand. But I can say that very few players have the drive and determination to improve their game the way Harden has. That's part of why he's been an MVP.
The first one falls. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Harden hits them both.
And, you know, the beard continues to impress, continues to get better, and MVP candidate seemingly every season. Now, I've got a question, though. How does he maintain the look of that beard?
Brunson, good.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Dinwiddie kicks to Jordan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Free throw good, Jordan. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
Richardson finds Porzingis. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Off target with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Harden, no good. Mavericks trail by 4. Outside Hardaway. The 3. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Hardaway Jr. rises and fires with great confidence from there.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. And Temple kicks to Jordan. From downtown. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Pass to Brunson. And Harden comes to help. Kleba, the pass to Brunson. The shot's good. Brunson's got the lead up to 1 now for Dallas.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Dallas.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. And at 6'6", Spencer Dinwiddie's tall for a point guard, but Clark, despite his size, very slippery off the dribble.
Yeah, he's ill-like when you talk about him off the dribble, guys. I mean, excellent change of pace. He's got a quick first step. And once he gets in the lane, his size helps him be a good finisher.
Just 5 to shoot. The shot. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 36.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Now the pass to Harris. Dinwiddie left side.
Dinwiddie's so good at figuring out ways to get the defense to foul him. You just can't be careless defensively when you're guarding Dinwiddie.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, the next step for Dinwiddie is to just become more consistent going forward, especially when it comes to scoring, because I think he does everything else pretty well.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Kleba, passes it to Doncic. And the basket is good. Doncic has got 38 points.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
The Mavericks have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. And no good, trying to use the glass. Brooklyn's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. And good that time. And the Nets lead by 1.
And that quick first step of Dinwiddie, very dangerous once he gets a foot advantage on the D.
Doncic passes to Kleba. Dallas moving the ball around. And the dunk by Doncic. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Now here's Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Sampson pulls it in. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets. It's a 1-point game. Harden. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Luka Doncic.
And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send him to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the stripe.
First one falls for him.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawing some fouls.
Luwawu is checked in for Brooklyn. And both free throws good for James Harden. The Mavericks trailing. Johnson with it. And Dinwiddie over to help. Here's Finney-Smith. Rebounded by the Nets. Luwalu's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Six on the shot clock. The dish to Jordan. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. To the paint. Here's Kleba. And that one is hammered home.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, he is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
Pass to Luwawu. Got a piece of it. Now here's Brunson. Guarded by Harris. Here's Kleba. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Here's Luwawu. From deep, Harden drains it from beyond the arc. Harden's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he beat up?
Feeds to Doncic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, I tell you what, Doncic plays with really good energy and awareness, but also he's got a quiet physicality to him, and he doesn't mind being bumped around when he's trying to score.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Free throws good from Doncic. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. To the middle. Here's Harden. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 5 assists in the game. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Pass to Doncic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
Boy, Doncic is so good at going at the defense, and when he goes at him like that, it puts the defense in a tough spot. Very crafty.
Shoot two.
That free throw good from Doncic. Free throw is good from Doncic. Brooklyn trailing. Timeout called, the Nets. Dallas on defense. The lead is 2. Al Harden. Back to Dinwiddie. Teardrop shot. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Nets with the new shot clock.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Yes, that goes in.
Harris has been in these situations before. He's a veteran player and very calm taking the big shots.
And here's Brunson. The pass to Porzingis. Picked away. Here's Luwawu. Headed by Porzingis. Dinwiddie kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. He dishes it to Harden. 5 to shoot. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
The Nets making a switch here. Evans checked in.
Just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Now here's Doncic. Here's Porzingis. And that one off the back of the rim and in. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 19 rebounds. Working with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Here's Luwawu. He feeds it to Jordan. There's the 3. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Jordan. Harden's got 43 points.
He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
Right side, Porzingis. 59 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Doncic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. In transition, here come the Nets. And the basket by Harden. Now it's a 6-point Nets lead.
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Inside, Doncic. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
Now, here is Irving. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Irving comes to help. Here's Kleba. The rebound by the Nets. At one point, they led by 16. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see him learn.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock is the priority.
The first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. A wide open look here for Wright. Dallas, no good that time either. Durant, the pass to Musa. So it's Brooklyn with the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum.
Doris, we know these teams have great perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate. I love the digs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. Now here's Doncic. Last time out, he had 38 points.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Irving passes to Luwawu. To the paint, here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, that's about as high percentage as it gets for DJ. Go to work, big man.
And here's Brunson. Outside, Porzingis. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. Defensively, they'll be focused on Luka Doncic. The young point forward and rookie of the year is so crafty, attacking and creating shots for himself and others. Kevin, they'll have to be just as smart as Doncic in covering him and trying to contain him.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk, but with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks, he can be special.
Now here is Harris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State. He can't get that one. Nice D from Porzingis. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the middle. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Pulls up on the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit. Who knows? But he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Brunson finds Doncic. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Doncic has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
Now, here is Irving. Brunson covering. Harris inside the line. And the shot is long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Brooklyn has possession. The Mavericks making the shot. And the Nets miss again. It's a 6-point game. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
And Greg, one of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
You know, you try to establish consistent substitution patterns. It helps you stay in a rhythm, and they had to go to their bench much too early.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. You take a look at Harris. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Irving. Looking to end the run. Porzingis with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 8.
Well, this guy, Kyrie Irving, just so reminiscent of his idol, Kobe Bryant. He is one of the cold-blooded scorers in the game, an absolute torture for a defender to guard.
6 to shoot. Porzingis trying to get free. Fires from 18. Again, the Mavericks score.
We call that staying calm, recognizing the situation, and saving the possession. Doncic able to beat the clock.
Now, here is Irving. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. A nice shot by Harris. And you know, Doris, for both Kyrie and Kobe, each had an urge to step out on his own, you know, to put their fingerprints on a team.
No doubt, Kevin. For Kobe, it was Shaq. For Kyrie, it was LeBron. And think about last season. Kyrie actually called LeBron to apologize. But let's not kid ourselves, right? He is most comfortable in the starring role.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
Now here's Brunson.
Hey, yo, right here.
His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks, leading by 12. A baseline J. Here's Porzingis. Rebounded by the Nets.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
On the wing, Irving. Brunson covering. Harden against Doncic. Harden, no good.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Mavericks leading by 10. Now Brunson. Here's Porzingis. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Harden. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Doncic outside. Over Harden. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Down low. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
The Nets shooting their first foul shot of the night.
One shot.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
And checking out the stats for Luka Doncic. He's coming off an excellent season. Last year averaged 21 points per, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Here's Kleba. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. Pass to Brunson. Over Irving. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Harden. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Now it's just a 3-point Dallas lead.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Doncic against Harden. Here's Finney-Smith. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Runs in the pass to Finney-Smith. And that's on the bounce. Dallas will retain possession.
And taking a look at some numbers here for Kyrie Irving. Coming off a terrific season. 11th in assists, 13th in steals. And he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish, always had his head up, looking for the open man. Porzingis, and finally they hit one. Porzingis has got 8 points.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Now, here is Irving. He's tightly guarded. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Runs in the pass to Doncic. Now, here's Porzingis. T right on him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
There is so much to love about Kristaps Porzingis. Over 7 feet, sweet shooting jumper, but aggression. This guy will back down from no one.
He hits both from the stripe. And Doris, Porzingis not only quick to adapt to the NBA game, but also the culture.
I think it helps, Kevin, that he got tutored in the English language starting in grade school. And think about it, Kevin. This man wore his hair in cornrows back then, emulating the NBA players he saw. So both linguistically, culturally, and basketball-wise, it wasn't too big an adjustment for him.
Here's Kleba. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Doncic gets it to go.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Doncic against Harden. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Harden's got 6.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Porzingis with the ball. He's got 10. High arcing shot. It's hauled in by Harris. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Here's Luwawu. Here's Irving. They get it back. Here's Jordan. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Nets trail by 7. Pulls up. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Now, here is Irving. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Irving's got the ball.
But what a wizard Kyrie is in the open floor. Utilizes his speed to help create open shots in transition. That's beautiful.
Now here's Brunson. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And it's in there. And now it's only a 5-point Dallas lead.
And I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Brunson scanning the floor. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Here's Doncic, guarded by Harris. Offensive rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, and KP, he's not shy about creating some contact there. He might have a slender frame, but he is not afraid.
That free throw, no good.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves a part of what makes their culture special.
He hits the second from the line.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers. These are 2 of the historically dilapidated teams, no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
And here's Brunson. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break. And this team has shown their toughness and determination, and Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are, and when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Harden out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. Richardson. Jordan with some nice D.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
The Mavericks leading. Richardson kicks to Powell. Doncic outside. He dishes it to Richardson. Doncic against Harden. Pass to Hardaway. That's tipped. Doncic against Harden. Floats one. Porzingis with the block. Here's Richardson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. On the wing, Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
But the defense had tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Harris, good.
When you drive to the cup, you do it with a purpose, and Joe Harris mixing up his attack right there.
Richardson the pass to Doncic. Over Harden. The rebound by the Nets. Dinwiddie outside. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Harris outside. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Hits from the high post. Porzingis has got 13 points.
Well, Kevin, how about the shot mechanics of your 7-footer? Kristaps Porzingis is efficient in catch and shoot.
It's Harden with the drive. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Nets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Mavericks leading by 3. It's Richardson on the wing. No good with the triple.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Here's Dinwiddie. Makes it off the glass. Dinwiddie's got his first 2 points.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
And Harris wide open. He shoots, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Doncic. It's deflected. And now Harris running the floor all by himself. That gives them the lead. 11 points in the game.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
Richardson the pass to Doncic. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
Here's Dinwiddie after Luka Doncic's bucket. Porzingis with the block, and he recovers it. Dinwiddie finds Jordan. Goes back up. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Richardson attacking. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Richardson, good. Richardson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Harden against Doncic. Porzingis with the block. Dinwiddie against Richardson. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. Doncic outside. Shot clock at 6. Over Jordan. That one wide left. Nets trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Hardaway dishes to Powell. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Richardson against Dinwiddie. Powell kicks to Doncic. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Harden trying to get something going. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Saturday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. Then on Monday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And he knocks down the first one. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
Now, here's Doncic. 19 points in the game. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 21 in the game.
Well, Luka Doncic right now cooking. This guy's got his rhythm, and he's making it hard on the defense.
Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down to 3 points on the bucket from Harden.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They've held a 12-point lead early. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now, here's Doncic. 21 points in the game. Clock at 6. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. The three-pointer no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Harris against Hardaway. Harris passes to Claxton. Here's Luwawu. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you'd think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. The Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development. and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next? How can I be better?
That one is no good.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, you want to be able, as a scorer, to put it on the deck to create your shot. Go ahead, Mr. Hardaway. We see you getting off the bounce.
Harden against Doncic. Lets the three fly. Harden can't hit.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
The shot by Powell, no good.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Here's Richardson after the basket by Brooklyn. And Irving comes to help to the inside. Yep, that one goes. Powell's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Deflects the pass. Irving finds Harden. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got 8 points in the quarter. The Mavericks leading. Richardson outside. And there's the pass to Powell. Wants to get it to Doncic, and does. Outside Hardaway. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. But they recover it. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 23 points.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now, here is Harden. 19 points in the game. No good on the triple. There's a minute 34 left in the first half of the game. Hardaway kicks to Richardson. Pass to Doncic. And here is Hardaway, guarded by Harden. It's Hardaway, that time on the assist by Doncic. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead. Irving looking for an opening. Fires from deep. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Mavericks making the shot to the paint. It's tipped.
Beautiful defense from Powell. Uses that impressive length to come away with that rejection.
Luwawu, the pass to Irving. And the Nets miss again.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is Irving. The three from Harden. Here's Claxton up and in on the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
19 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Passes it to Cauley Stein. On the wing, Hardaway. Richardson outside. Doncic passes to Richardson. Here's Hardaway. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Hardaway has got 7 now in this quarter. And we finished one half of basketball. Mavericks lead by 11. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right